Hey, for Niners faithful, we're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco. For Niners, before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to For Niners Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. It started as a whisper in the corridors of NFL speculation, but it's quickly snowballing into one of the most sensational off-season rumors in recent memory. Multiple insider sources, some anonymous but with strong reputations, are suggesting that Aaron Donald, the heart, soul, and wrecking ball of the Los Angeles Rams defense is on the verge of making a shocking move. The destination none other than the San Francisco 49ers. That's right, if the reports are to be believed. Donald could be suiting up in scarlet and gold, sending the football world into a frenzy. Though there's no official confirmation yet, the whispers have grown louder. The connections are starting to make sense, and fans from both franchises are losing their collective minds. It's a move that would completely redefine the landscape of the NFC West and possibly shake the entire league. First things first, why would Donald leave the Rams? We're talking about a future Hall of Famer, a defensive linchpin who's spent his entire illustrious career in Los Angeles. But if we look closer, signs have been quietly pointing to a potential exit. Donald flirted with retirement after winning the Super Bowl in 2022. Since then, he's maintained a somewhat mysterious tone about his future. He's a man who's done it all: multiple Defensive Player of the Year awards, Pro Bowls, All-Pros, and a championship ring. Some insiders claim Donald has grown increasingly weary of the Rams' recent rebuild direction. The front office shipped out key players, the defense has lost bite, and Donald, despite his monster presence, has seen diminishing support around him. Could it be that he's simply no longer interested in wasting his final elite years on a team stuck in neutral? Enter the San Francisco 49ers, a team perpetually knocking on the Super Bowl door, but needing just a little extra firepower to blast it wide open. From Kyle Shanahan's offensive genius to a ferocious defense already featuring stars like Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, the Niners are stacked. But imagine this, adding Aaron Donald to that front seven, it almost feels unfair. That's the kind of move that could push them over the edge, according to some NFC West insiders. Informal conversations may have occurred at the NFL Combine, with whispers suggesting Donald has long admired the 49ers' physical style of play. There's even chatter that he has personal ties within the organization, long-standing friendships with players, mutual respect for the coaching staff, and perhaps a niche to finish his career contending at the highest level. It's the kind of narrative that, though still unofficial, has the feel of something real bubbling underneath. Financially, the logistics are complicated but not impossible. The Rams would have to eat a hefty chunk of Donald's remaining contract if this is a trade scenario. But there are analysts speculating that if Donald truly wants out and is willing to renegotiate, creative structuring could make it work. Some have even suggested a scenario where Donald voluntarily restructures to help the Niners fit him under the cap, a move that would scream ring chase. And let's not ignore the Rams' recent behavior. They've made it clear they're looking to rebuild through the draft, having moved on from high-salary veterans in the past. Could they see value in acquiring draft capital from a team desperate to make a final Super Bowl push, perhaps even a first-rounder, or a package involving young, affordable talent? The pieces might be difficult to line up, but in this league, we've seen stranger things happen. As for Donald himself, he's been unusually quiet on social media. No cryptic tweets, no public appearances, just silence, and in the world of NFL stardom, silence speaks volumes. Those close to the Rams facility say Donald hasn't been as involved in team activities this off-season. While that might be a veteran's privilege, it also could be indicative of deeper changes. Is he saying goodbye behind closed doors? Is he preparing himself mentally for a new chapter? Some even claim that a recent sighting of Donald in the Bay Area, which seemed innocent at the time, now appears in a whole new light. Was it personal? Was it business? Nobody knows for sure. But in the NFL, geography rarely lies. When a player of Donald's stature makes repeated trips to a rival city, the dots begin to connect themselves. From a football perspective, this could be the most seismic defensive shift since Reggie White signed with the Packers. Donald is not just another edge rusher. He's a once-in-a-generation force who draws double and triple teams on nearly every snap. Placing him next to Nick Bosa would send shivers through offensive coordinators across the league. Imagine trying to game plan against that defensive line. It's almost laughable. Offensive lines would be overloaded, quarterbacks would have seconds if that to make decisions, and the Niners' already elite defense would become an all-time great unit. This potential move wouldn't just improve San Francisco, it would terrify everyone else. In a league increasingly driven by offense, the 49ers could be building a defense so dominant it breaks the current paradigm. That's how big of an impact Donald could have. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers, and don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below, of course. Nothing is set in stone. These are still rumors, and the NFL has a way of teasing us with possibilities that never materialize. But this one feels different. Too many puzzle pieces seem to be falling into place. The Rams may be ready to pivot into a full rebuild, especially with younger talent on the rise and draft stock becoming more valuable than ever. The 49ers, meanwhile, are in all-in mode, hungry and desperate to finally get over the Super Bowl hump. If there's a window to make this kind of bold, aggressive move, it's now, and Donald, knowing that time waits for no one in this brutal league, may be just as motivated. A trade of this magnitude doesn't happen without serious behind-the-scenes effort, and based on the increasing smoke, there just might be a fire raging quietly between LA and the Bay. The fan reactions, absolute chaos. Rams supporters are understandably gutted even at the suggestion. Donald is not just a great player, he's their great player, a legend, a lifer. The idea of seeing him wear a rival's jersey is almost sacrilegious. On the flip side, 49ers fans are already fantasizing about his impact. Memes have exploded, fan art is circulating, and speculation is dominating Reddit threads and Twitter feeds alike. It's not just about the numbers or the tactics. This is a cultural moment in football fandom. The kind of drama that keeps the NFL relevant even in the off-season, whether it's true or not. The idea of Donald leaving the Rams and joining their bitter division rival is the kind of storyline that turns regular seasons into epic sagas. It's pure adrenaline for fans, and let's not forget the psychological warfare at play here. If this deal happens, the 49ers don't just improve, they deal a demoralizing blow to the Rams. Stealing the face of your rival's franchise, that's not just a roster upgrade, it's a flex. It's a statement. It sends a message that San Francisco is not just contending, they're conquering. And it forces the Rams to start a new era whether they're ready or not. Donald's departure would leave a leadership vacuum, a defensive identity crisis, and likely a few broken hearts. But maybe that's where this all leads. Maybe this is the kind of ending Donald wants. Bold, controversial, legacy-defining. Maybe we're watching the final act of a legendary career play out in real time. One final twist, one final chase, one final war cry in a new uniform. So, is it real? Is Aaron Donald actually heading to San Francisco? For now, it remains an unconfirmed but tantalizing possibility. But if you listen closely to the tone of reporters, to the shifting behaviors, to the deafening silence of those who usually speak loud, you can feel it in your bones. Something is happening, something big, whether it's days away or weeks from developing. The NFL world is officially on Aaron Donald watch, because if this move goes down, it won't just be a headline, it'll be a moment fans talk about for years. Stay tuned, this storm's just getting started. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.